Expected to continue for a third straight day. Fox News contributor Kaylee McGee-White says ICE wouldn't be in Minneapolis in the first place if Democrats hadn't allowed illegal aliens to flood the state.
Well, this is the best thing that has happened to Tim Walz all week because it's helping serve as a distraction from the massive fraud scandal that he pioneered in his own state. And more broadly, it's serving as a distraction from the abysmal immigration policies that got us to this point in the first place. Why is ICE in Minnesota right now? Because under Tim Walz's watch, Minnesota's treasury was plundered by illegal immigrants in these fraud daycare scandals. Why is ICE beefed up in the first place? Because Tim Walz Democrats, including his former running mate Kamala Harris, allowed millions upon millions of people into our country in the first place.
The media watchdog thinks Vice President J.D. Vance was right to chastise news outlets for their coverage of the ICE-involved shooting in Minnesota. Chris Woodward has more.
Curtis Houck saw the press briefing and points out that Vance made it very clear that he was not talking about everyone in the room.
But he did say those that are getting the story wrong or leaving out parts of the story about either the ICE officer's history or the facts of what numerous videos of the incident have shown is absolutely disgraceful, and those that are doing that are engaging in agents of propaganda.
Houck adds that it does nothing to help turn down the temperature in the seemingly perpetually volatile state of Minnesota to cast aspersions on what took place Wednesday or the motivations of ICE writ large.
And the vice president, I think, was very frustrated with what the mayor and the governor had been doing. And so he felt the need to respond in such a way. And I think, again, the fact that he even came to the podium and for about 31 minutes took questions from reporters bolsters what the administration has said from day one would be the most transparent administration in history, and especially compared to the previous one.
I'm Chris Woodward.
President Trump threatening to ban large investment firms from buying single-family homes. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent explaining why the move is necessary.
All those homes came on the market, they hoovered them up, they kept doing it, and they buy somewhere between 2-5% of the houses every year, more in select markets, push the prices up, and we're not going to make them divest, but we're going to put an end to the buying.
There's more news online at afn.net and download the AFN mobile app for your Apple or Android device. I'm Rusty Pugh.
Hello everyone, Tim Wildmon here. We've got some great tours lined up for 2026. Washington, D.C., George Washington's Mount Vernon, Colonial Williamsburg, historic Jamestown, Boston, Massachusetts, and that greater area. So much to see and do in 2026. If you want information on any of these trips, go to wildmongroup.com, WILDMON group.com, and we'll see you on one of our tours in 2026.
It's First Time Caller Day on Trivia Friday. The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840.
It is first-time callers, so start lining up, folks. If you've never been on the show with us, today could be your day.
So first-time callers only today. Now we're going to ask 3 questions each.
The quack of a duck does not produce an echo. Is that true or false?
That falls under the category of it's just wrong. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Wildmon with Ed Vitagliano and J.J. Jasper. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
I use that term lightly.
Happy New Year.
J.J. Jasper, the pride of Owensboro, Kentucky. What? Give us a little corn. Open up the corn can for us, J.J.
Can of corn.
Let me find this can opener. So here's what happened. This traveling salesman, he was in Texas, and he was at a little diner, and he's looking up at the menu, and he asked the waitress, "Can you add some jalapeno peppers to my order?" And she chuckled and said, "That's jalapenos." "No, I'm looking at it right here. It's a J, jalapeno." She said, "Well, in Texas, when you see a J, oftentimes it's pronounced with an H." He said, "What?" "Yeah, Jesus, San Juan." And she gave him a lot more examples, and he said, "Huh." So she said, you travel through here often. Well, I come through twice a year. She said, when's the next time you're coming through? He said, this summer, sometime in Hoon or July. It's like, hey, when in Rome, I'm
Right,
going to
that's
try
right.
to
Well,
quick
she told
study.
him.
You explained it to me, so
Hoon or
I'll
July.
be
Right.
through here in Hoon or July, however you Texans
All right,
want it.
Trivia Friday it is on American Family Radio. We call this
Learning University.
Learning University's on the air. It's a trivia show. You call in your question, and you call in an answer to ours. We prefer that you answer and ask, if you would do that for us. So we're going to give 3 questions each. You call in, you answer one, try to answer one at least, and then you also can ask us a trivia question. The phone number to get online here is 888. Is first-time callers only?
First-time callers.
Okay, so the only folks eligible today to be on the air with us is our first-time callers only. So if you've never been on the air with us and you would like to be, today is your day, and here's your phone number to call for trivia. 888-589-8840. 888-589-8840. You must be 11 years old or older. We don't have a cap at the top. If you're 110, you can call in. You're like, well,
And good on you. If you're
Yeah.
110 and you're calling into a trivia show, your
Right.
mind's still sharp.
right. You might want to plan on who you're going to give your book or hat to. Might be thinking about
And don't
that.
buy any green bananas. Don't. As soon as you hang up from being on the show, don't go to the store and buy any green
Yeah.
bananas.
If you
my
went,
little-
if
I
you're,
don't understand that.
if you're 110, every day's precious.
Oh,
Yeah, you
green
don't wanna
bananas.
buy
Okay.
Green
'Cause
bananas.
you don't
say,
know
well,
what the-
here in a couple of weeks they'll
We
rot.
don't want to get morbid or nothing.
Wow.
here.
No,
That
too
was-
late.
that was
Already
kinda
did it.
dark.
All right, kind of a dark humor, but anyway. All right, but I guess every day should be precious to all of us.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. There's a lesson
Amen.
there.
That's
so
good.
that'll preach. And JJ, what's the other rule here?
The other rule is we've got a mystery question.
question.
And from our original 9 questions, one is a mystery question. You don't know which one it is, but if you happen to land on it,
That's the mystery.
and answer it correctly, you're going to hear this sound.
Beloved cowbell.
Beloved cowbell.
Beloved.
Beloved.
Now, we offered T-shirts for a long time. Then we've been giving away really nice AFR caps. We've got a brand new premium, brand new gift that we're going to give you. It's the 100 Bible questions and answers on prophecy in the end times from Brother Bert Harper and Alex. If you're a faithful listener and listen throughout the day, you hear them on
Exploring the Word.
Exploring the Word.
So you'll get this book if you answer the mystery question right. The 100 Bible questions and answers on prophecy and the end times. Of course, that's assuming that the rapture doesn't come during this show. And if that happens, you won't get your book. But
You won't be worried about it
but-
either.
And you won't be worried about green bananas either.
but you won't
That's exactly
care.
right.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, so there you go.
Well, you won't care if you know the Lord.
Amen.
You care
Well,
if you
That'll
don't.
preach.
Right.
So, folks, it's time to get right with God.
Amen. So the 100 Bible questions and answers on prophecy in the end times is what we'll send you. If you answer the mystery question. All right,
I think, listen, I'll just give the number one last time, and then I'll give my questions.
all right, go ahead, Ed.
All right, 888-589-8840 is the number to call. It is first-time callers today. If you've never been on the air, maybe you tried to call. That's not what we're talking about. If you've never been on the air with us, this could be your day. So here are my 3 questions. Start off with a Bible question. How many of Jesus's apostles were named Judas? How many of Jesus's, that's not easy to say, how many of Jesus's apostles were named Judas? Second question.
No, I'm not that Judas. No. You got me mixed up.
No, the other Judas. In the Fantastic Four, and now you guys are going to be glad there's only 4 of these jokers because this is the last one.
Joker's not one of them.
Nope. In the Fantastic Four, what was the name of the character nicknamed the Thing? In the Fantastic Four, what was the name of the character who was given the nickname the Thing? And then third question.
Do you ever, excuse me just one second. I mean,
Sure.
do you ever wonder on this Fantastic Four, right?
Yeah.
Where did they show where they came from? Did they come from
How they got their powers?
Yeah, how they come from a galaxy?
They were astronauts. I'm more than happy to bring you up to speed.
No,
on
I would like to know the answer to
the nerdy background.
I would like to, just give me the 20-second version.
They were 4 astronauts who went into space on an exploratory mission. So I don't remember, it's been so long. Something happened and changed their physical makeup so that they all had different powers when they came back to Earth.
Okay.
Now, since he's giving you a little backstory, I'm a car guy. The Thing, Volkswagen, they were doing great. They said, let's just do something as a prank. This happened in the boardroom. They said, what do you mean? Let's make the ugliest car on the planet.
I forgot about that.
Well, how are we going to do the finish? Don't even worry about the finish. We're just pulling people's leg. Just leave all the rivets just sticking out. Make it ugly. Leave all the bolts hanging out on the outside of it. Well, what are we going to call it? Let's call it the Thing.
Yes.
So
this really happened?
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
I remember that.
That
I've
conversation, I don't know if that happened.
Yeah.
But they came up with an ugly, crazy car called the Thing. Very short-lived, just a couple of years.
It was supposed to be something that was just bare bones. You could get it cheap. It'd run. It's not going to look good. And boy, did they succeed with that.
And basically, if you got in an accident, somebody'd say, I heard you had a little fender bender. I'm not sure if I did or not. I can't tell.
I'm not sure.
I always
if it
wanted to
even
know these
has a fender.
superheroes, like, did somebody say, hey, I graduated from high school with Spider-Man?
Well, they all do have a backstory like that.
Yeah.
Of course, Spider-Man was Peter Parker, who got bit by a spider.
Yeah.
And while he was eating some curds and whey.
That green guy whose shirt busted off, he was eating some spinach.
You're trying to pull my leg on that one. I know that.
All right, last question. My third, rather. The word recap. We all talk about that. Just don't tell me the whole thing. Just give me a recap. The word recap is an abbreviation for what word? This is going to stump some of you.
Yeah, it's tires that you can get a lot less, pay less for tires.
Recap tires?
Yeah, it ain't the ones that still built radios that's costing you $200 a pop. You can just get some recaps and save a bunch of money. And I wouldn't go on no long trip, though. If your wife and kids are in the vehicle, you might want to just hold off on that.
Right.
Borrow a friend's
Especially
car.
if you're 110.
Waiting on those green bananas. The word recap is an abbreviation for what word? I'm done. JJ?
I'm reading the Bible, trying to read the Bible again through this year. Encourage you to do that. Get in the Word, allow the Word to get in you. Start off with the Bible question. Who in the Bible sold his birthright for a bowl of soup? Who in the Bible sold his birthright for a bowl of soup? Lentil stew.
And let me just say, you're going to sell your birthright, you got to go for something better than lentil soup. Now, it's a serious thing. What
these need to go for like vegetable beef or something like that.
Something. You got to have some pasta in it or something. Yeah. Anyway, lentils. Yeah. Good grief.
Burgoo, if you're really going to just go. Yeah. Here's what I got. Second question. What is the name of the metal bars running across the neck of a guitar? Now, if you don't know the answer to this, it's nothing to worry about. What is the name of the metal bars running across the neck of a guitar? Third question, true or false, legendary author William Faulkner's longest run-on sentence is 1,288 words. Is that true or false? Iconic author William Faulkner, his longest run-on sentence is 1,288 words. True or false?
All right, here are my 3 questions. Number 1, what is the best-selling automobile of all time in the U.S.?
Wow. It wasn't a Thing from Volkswagen, I can tell you that.
No, that didn't last.
The Thing and the Yugo, they're both out there somewhere with weeds growing around them or sitting up on blocks.
I know, I see them.
And the Gremlin.
When I ride out in the countryside. All right, what is the best-selling automobile of all time in the U.S.? Number 2, a baby boomer question. Which program provided low-cost housing and education benefits to returning World War II veterans? Which federal program, provided low-cost housing and education benefits to returning WW2 veterans, fueling economic growth? Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
That's a baby boomer question, although anybody interested in American history should know the answer to that. And finally, what is the nearest star to Earth? What is the nearest star to our planet where our superheroes live?
Yeah, I know you can buy a ticket from Elon Musk rocket
To go there?
Yes, to go there if you got some extra money.
I tried to get on that thing, but the travel insurance company, they kept asking me a whole bunch of questions.
Did they?
Yeah, like
Right.
where are you going to Mars? When are you going? Why? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mr.
Business or pleasure.
Right, business or
That's
pleasure.
right.
Mr. Wildman, I don't think we can insure that. And I
Yeah.
said, why is that? You know, is it my age? What are you discriminating on me
Right.
for?
That's right.
So anyway, we're still going back and forth, but I want to make sure I get on that Occupy Mars jet.
Yeah.
Mars jet.
That's it.
Occupy Mars.
That's it.
Have you not seen the T-shirt that Elon Musk wears?
Oh, that's right. He does because
He wears the
he
Occupy
wants
Mars.
to get settlements on Mars.
Yeah. So does JJ though.
Well, you also want to, whenever they say stow your thing, under your seat,
Yeah.
and make sure and close the bin overhead. When you're headed to Mars, you really want to pay attention to that. And they show you the exits. Don't just daydream.
Right.
Or when they say here's the exit
Right.
there, in case we have a mishap or a water landing.
Sorry.
Between here and Mars.
We're now passing Venus, but I'm sorry we're going to have to turn around and go back. We have an unruly passenger.
That's right.
Yes, that's right.
All right.
Yeah. Sir, I'm not going to tell you again. Sit down.
Ma'am, I've been sitting down since we were about Saturn. I can't. I got to walk the aisle every planet or so.
Hey, I got to tell you, we get so far off track. So Randall Murphy, long time. I get us so far off track. Long time editor of the AFA Journal, The Stand, now the new name of the wonderful magazine, Randall Murphy. He and I went to Australia. We actually went around the world and been on 2 or 3 trips to like India and Bangladesh, but we're going to Australia. So I get up, 2 in the morning or whatever, long flight. He said, where are you going? I said, I got to stretch my legs. Just to Tim's point. I said, I can't take this anymore. So I make a loop, and I go through first class. I come back around, make another loop. He said, hey, I'm going to join you. And so we're walking about the 3rd or 4th trip through there, and they told me, get back to my seat. They said, you can't be coming through first class like this. It's 2 in the morning. Everybody's asleep.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is not a walking track. You're not at the gym. You're not at the wellness center. Get back in there in the cattle car with all the peasants. On your budget.
So they didn't mind if you walked around the I was going to say lower class.
No, there was no way to do that. You had the firewall there. You couldn't.
Oh, so you had to go all the way to the back and then all the way to the front.
And it was nice. I was stretching my legs, and it was long, big old jet. So I went all the way around. About my 4th trip around, the bouncer said, come on, took me by the elbow. You get back to your seat. You and that older gentleman just trying to keep up with
you and your father.
Yeah.
All right, we ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, what do you guys say? Let's go to North Carolina. What do you guys say about that? Tommy is on the line. Tommy, you're our first caller. Welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hello.
What's
Hey,
up,
brother Tommy?
I'm good. How y'all?
Good.
I'm blessed.
Happy New Year, Tommy. I think we can say that about one or two
Happy
more
New Year to
days.
y'all. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Where do you live there in North Carolina?
I hope every year's. Well, I'm actually in Camp Lejeune, Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Good.
Well, Jacksonville, North Carolina, home of Camp Lejeune.
Yes.
We have a lot of listeners on there. They ever get that water situation worked out there?
Well, some of my friends are actually in litigation over that. That I grew up with.
Yeah, that's it's on TV all the time. If you had a problem if you drank water within Camp Lejeune between so and so, call this number, and we're going to sue them and get you a lot of money. Basically,
that's right.
Money you deserve.
That's what they're going through.
Yeah. All right. So ask, answer, or both, Tommy.
Well, kind of a riddle and answer.
Okay. Which one do you want to try to answer of our questions?
I think I want to try to answer. I think it was JJ's. The guitar.
Yes, sir. Here's the question: what is the name of the metal bars running across the neck of a guitar? Tommy, even if you get the answer wrong, it's nothing to worry about.
That's right. I'm gonna say this: frets.
Fret. That's right.
Oh,
the
I see what you did there. You gave me a hint, but you knew it anyway.
He already knew it. Yeah, that little bar across the neck of a guitar, those are called frets.
You mean the neck of the guitar? Oh,
the neck, but the little metal bar on the neck.
Oh, it's called a fret.
Fret. And you put your fingers, down from the different.
So you must be a guitar player, Tommy.
I play guitar and I also sell them. I've been selling musical instruments since 1985.
Wow. What's the name of your business, and how can people find you on Facebook Marketplace or online?
Well, my business name is Musicians Toy Store, and we're located on Facebook, of course, under that name, and we're in Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Wonderful.
Are you in the Yellow Pages or?
Yellow Pages. Do they still have anything like that?
He was looking under and over his glasses when he was asking you that, Tommy.
Yeah, if you can find a yellow book, we should be in there.
I bet, everybody, we ought to get today. Everybody ask a 25-year-old about the yellow
pages.
See if they even know what that is.
Right. Hey, Tommy, give us the riddle.
Right. Okay. How far can a dog, or any animal for that matter, run into the woods?
This is a riddle, guys. You're the riddle master.
Yeah.
How far?
I'm the Riddler.
I call it a riddle. I don't know for sure if it's what it's classified as or
How far
not.
can a dog run into the woods?
I've heard this one before, but right now,
I was hoping it is an original.
Yeah. Well,
there's nothing new under the sun.
How far?
Tommy?
How far can a dog run into the woods?
We're stumped. What's the answer?
Halfway, because the other half they're running out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Halfway.
Well, except what if they go in 10 feet and decide, I don't like this?
It's spooky.
You
ever see The Wizard of Oz?
I guess they would turn around and still be running out.
They would, yeah. I see your point.
Did you make this one up, Tommy?
I was hoping I had.
Yeah, good. Hey, Tommy, God bless you.
Brother.
Again, Happy New Year. Thanks for starting us off with that right answer about the frets. And God bless you and yours there in North Carolina.
Thank you, Brother Tommy. I know the band, the Halfway Hounds.
I've never heard of them.
Oh, what a concert experience.
Did you go see them?
Well, if you don't have a big glider.
They opened for the Grateful Dead.
Yes, if you didn't have a big glider, go
the Halfway Hounds. Look them up.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
I still have a T-shirt.
You got me hook, line, and sinker on that one.
Halfway Hounds on tour. Yeah, they had the world tour.
The problem is half the bands I don't know. Never heard of them.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, you go. You name something. I go. I've never heard of them. All right, let's go to Mississippi.
Let's do that.
And Ingrid is on the line. Ingrid, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Oh, hey. I got so excited when you gave the phone number that I forgot what I wanted to do.
Oh.
I think I have the answer for one question, I think.
Which question, Ingrid?
For the recap?
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, here's the question, Ingrid. The word recap is an abbreviation for what word?
Caption? I don't know.
No.
Is that it?
No, that's not correct, but that is a good try.
Yeah.
Did you have a question for us?
No, I didn't hear all the questions. I was too excited.
You were excited.
All right, Ingrid. Hey, Ingrid, we'll give you another shot. By the way, where do you live? Where's home?
I live in the past Christiana, Mississippi.
Okay,
yeah. You're on the coast.
Oh, yeah. It's JJ.
On the coast, on the coast.
Yeah, I got you. All right, I'm gonna give you another shot here because you didn't get to hear all the questions because you were lining up to be on the radio. So here's the try to answer this one, Ingrid, and that is this: what is the nearest star to the Earth?
The nearest what?
Star, STAR.
Oh.
The nearest star to the Earth.
I have no clue. I don't know.
Well, hey, Ingrid, you got a wonderful personality. We love to hear that joy in your voice. Have a wonderful New Year. Thank you so much for listening to AFR.
She said she had no clue.
Right.
Didn't know.
Correct. On that.
Should we redo our questions before the break, or
Let's take our break.
let's take our break?
Yeah, take our
Okay.
break, then redo our questions, and we'll come back and get
On the flip flop, we'll redo our questions.
yeah, I know what a flip flop is.
Yeah, you remember that's CB lingo. Catch you on the flip flop.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, you remember?
That's what it says in the yellow pages.
You
I think Jimmy Buffett sang about that too.
Catch you on the flip flop, good buddy.
We'll be back momentarily with more as we think about what the nearest star is to the Earth. We'll
give it away.
We'll take a break right here. Huh? All right. Stay with us.
It's my turn.
Here is your host for My Turn, Don Wildmon.
There was a boy in South Carolina by the name of Johnny Spence. When he was 13 years of age, he became a dropout. Like most other dropouts, Johnny found it tough sailing. While he didn't have many talents, he did have one. He had a talent for golf, and he used it. When he was 17, he was a pro at a country club. Everybody liked Johnny, and for a 17-year-old, Johnny made good money. Johnny was a faithful church member, and this meant that on Sunday he didn't show up for work until after church. One Sunday, the president of the club was waiting for him when he came to work, and with the president was the governor of South Carolina, the mayor of the town, and many other on the VIP list. When asked where he'd been, Johnny said he'd been to church. His superior remarked to Johnny something like this: "Well, you'll have to quit that or we'll find ourselves another pro. Being a church member is all right. I'm one myself, but don't let it interfere with business." So Johnny quit letting the church interfere with his business. Johnny soon became a golf instructor for some college co-eds. In fact, Johnny fell in love with one of the girls. They began to go to parties where drinks were served, and Johnny's sweetheart began to criticize him because he refused to drink with the others. So to satisfy his sweetheart, Johnny began to drink at the parties. Things went real well for the 7th grade dropout. It wasn't long until Johnny Spence was making up to $5,000 some weeks. He also became not only a heavy drinker, but he went the whole route. Morphine, dope, you name it, he tried it. Once his wife and mother poured his whiskey down the drain. Johnny grabbed a shotgun and would have shot them, he said, had not an officer hit him on the head from behind. Soon they carried Johnny to a veterans hospital for help. When Johnny tried to end it all by slashing his wrist and commit suicide, a guard overpowered him. While Johnny was in the hospital, a chaplain came to see him. The chaplain told Johnny that the Galileans still loved him, wanted to help him, would forgive all that he had done. Some men from the country club where Johnny had worked, who were followers of the carpenter, came to visit him, pray with him, express concern for him. Soon Johnny was going to their meetings, and before long he was once again a follower of the man of Galilee and a person with a new lease on life. Johnny Spence went on to tell his story wherever people would listen to him. Many groups wanted him to speak about his recovery, but some of those who wanted him to tell of his recovery didn't want him to mention the name of Christ in his story. They thought it was out of place to mention Christ outside of a church building. Funny thing about it, it was the same kind of people that helped get Johnny in the mess to start with. The only thing different from that point on is that Johnny Spence got wise. He didn't listen to those people anymore. You know, maybe one day, we'll all get wise.
This has been My Turn with Don Wildmon, a production of the American Family Association.
The Lord looks down from heaven on all mankind to see if there are any who understand, any who seek God. Psalm 14:2.
American Family Radio.
Joe. You know how many times little Joe got shot 30 times in 4 years? Did you know this?
I knew it was a lot.
He was riddled with holes.
He got shot as many times as the lead changed in last night's game between Ole Miss and Miami.
That's just about.
But the fourth quarter, they're different leader
That
four
was a
different times.
Great ball game.
That was one of the
best
best college games
Yes.
I've ever seen. You know, speaking of Bonanza and the Ponderosa,
yeah,
JJ, are you going to be speaking at the Ponderosa or something?
I'm glad you asked. Nice segue. Hey, very soon, I'm going to be
very soon.
Yes,
We're going home.
January the 17th, Saturday night, January the 17th, Philadelphia, Mississippi. Refuge, a special needs day program, and they're having a banquet, and that's a ticketed event. They have to know today if you're coming. So if you're in the Philadelphia, Mississippi area, and then if I can make mention a little bit after that, February the 7th, I'll be in Elyria, Kansas for the Elyria Christian School, a fundraising banquet there as well.
Are you signed up for Valentine's Day already?
We got Valentine's banquets in
You're very popular,
Arkansas.
You're a very popular speaker at Valentine's Day.
I've got it.
You're a romantic.
Well, that's exactly right. Thank you for your honesty. And this is interesting you'd say that. I've got a Valentine banquet booked for February the 14th, 2027.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. And I wasn't even going to say this. I was going to talk this over with my wife first, but I've been thinking about and praying about a summer comedy tour, like 6-city summer comedy tour. Already got the name, the Heretofore Comedy Tour.
What I'm talking about.
Get some T-shirts made up with the city's names on the back. So if you are in leadership or you're one of the promoters at your church, jjjasper.com. This is just kind of an interest. You know, if you're interested in that sort of thing.
Your last concert could be at Heretofore, Nebraska.
Is there a Heretofore, Nebraska?
Yeah, there's a Heretofore, Nebraska. Look it up.
Oh, that would be a great.
I think he's pulling my leg because I know the word.
You know,
we need
You guys have to join me on one of the.
Let's go.
Things.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Give me questions.
Hey, the word gullible is not in the dictionary. So when you said heretofore, that could be true.
I'm a trusted person.
Slang. I didn't know it was slang.
I'm not interested in pranks.
It's a Heretofore, Nebraska.
The word gullible is not
pranks,
in the dictionary.
Pranking people. But now that I know, hey, listen, let me just tell you, it's war, Tim. It's war. Get ready. Get ready. I'm going to be dropping food off at your desk, and you're going to be going, I don't know if this is safe to eat. All right, folks, here are my 3 questions.
Oh, wow.
Heretofore.
You know, the Bible
Vengeance
talks about...
is mine, saith Ed.
The Bible talks about an attitude, Ed. You've got
I got one.
It's called revenge.
All right, how many of Jesus' apostles were named Judas? Second question, in the Fantastic Four, that's a Marvel comic book and movie series, what was the name of the character nicknamed The Thing? And then third question, the word recap, we all use that a lot, the word recap is an abbreviation for what word? That's the questions that I have on the table.
Bible question, who in the Bible sold his birthright for a bowl of soup? Who in the Bible sold his birthrights for a bowl of soup?
Wow.
Lentil stew. Second question, true or false, legendary author William Faulkner, known for some run-on sentences, his longest run-on sentence is 1,288 words. Is that true or false? And then I'll add one. People in the automobile enthusiasts, people in the car community, what is a Mopar? You know, somebody say, oh, do you drive a Chevy? No, I drive a Mopar. And I can take a real loose general answer. What is a Mopar? Do you guys happen to know? Don't blurt it out.
No idea.
There was a Mopar magazine, several of them. People in the car community, they absolutely know. Oh, do you drive a Ford? Do you drive a Chevy? No, I drive a Mopar.
My dad sometimes would call me that when I would do something stupid.
A Mopar?
He'd say, you're such a Mopar.
Wow.
And not yeah.
I have no idea what it means.
And not moped, Mopar.
My 3 questions. Number 1, what is the best-selling automobile of all time in the United States? What is the best-selling automobile of all time in the U.S.? Number 2, what is the nearest star to Earth? And number 3, which, baby boomer question, Which program, federal government program, provided low-cost housing and education benefits for returning World War II veterans? And it led to a big economic growth. What was the name of that? All right, back to the phones, Ed.
All right, let's go to Arkansas. And Dennis is on the line. Dennis, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Yes, welcome, guys. Welcome.
Well, thank you, Dennis.
Yeah.
Where do you live in Arkansas, brother?
Well, a little town. I mean, if you actually go through it, you'd miss it. It's called Royal, Arkansas, outside of Hot Springs.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Nice tourist
I know where you are.
destination, Hot
That's there
Springs.
in the mountains.
Hey, we're having a little bit of a trouble listening to you, hearing you, Dennis. But do you want to ask, answer, or do both, sir?
Both, sir.
All right, which one you want to answer?
Well, there's no prizes given today, right?
There is. We have a mystery question.
Yeah, nobody's won it, if that's what you're asking.
Well, I mean, I know one right now, the Bible one about the lynching soup. I know that one. But I was going to answer about the most popular car in America. If there's no prize, I may as well go for that one.
Okay, yeah, here's the question, Dennis. What is the best-selling automobile of all time in the United States?
I have to say it's the Ford F-150.
You got it.
Wow, nicely
You got
done, Dennis.
I'll give you the short answer to this. The Ford F-Series has been the top-selling vehicle in the U.S. for 41 consecutive years.
No kidding.
Wow.
Wow.
Now, obviously, if you break this down, you could look up best-selling car. Okay, so there's
Right.
But overall, the Ford F1 Series, that which includes the 150,
That's
right?
right. Well, you had the 100 in the 70s, then you had the 150, then you got the diesel. There's 250, but they're all called the F series.
The F Series of Ford, they're the number one selling automobile and then I think Camry, the Toyota Camry, like had a 20-year run from like 20. I looked this up. I know this from like I was doing this last night at dinner.
I don't blame you.
2002 to 2022, the Toyota Camry was a top-selling car.
Right.
Not
an automobile.
Yeah.
Oh, and I mentioned 250 being diesel. They do have some with the V10, but typically when you think of a Ford 250, it's a diesel.
All right. Yeah, you got it, Dennis. The F1.
Nicely done.
Ford F Series.
What's your question for us?
It's one across the border, the northern Canada. How many provinces and territories are in our northern neighbors?
Ed's going to know this because he eats, sleeps, and drinks ice hockey.
Yeah, but that's okay. How many provinces and territories?
Now, as you go across Canada, you look at it in your mind's eye. You got your provinces, but territories. Isn't there like 8 provinces?
I'm going to say there's
10.
I'm going to go. Yeah, let's go with 10 because I think those provinces. Like you got Yukon and there's those
El Salvador.
The maritime provinces. There's some smaller ones too. I like 10.
Okay, 10. We'll go 10, Dennis.
All right. Well, you're right. There's 10 provinces from the east to the west, and there's 2 territories, the Yukon and the Northwest.
So 12 total?
So it'll be 12.
Yes, sir.
That's good.
Wow.
That's actually a great trivia question.
Yeah, it
and
is.
Yukon's also a great truck.
Yes.
There you go.
Not the leading automobile.
And Yukon Cornelius.
We got a Yukon.
Yukon Cornelius was one of the great explorers of
Canada,
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
That's right. Hey, Dennis, have a great weekend. God bless you, buddy. Yeah, we got GMC Yukon.
Canada's prime minister is wanting to make El Salvador their 13th province. Did you see this?
No.
It's very offensive.
Yeah.
The people of El Salvador.
No, I didn't see it on TV, Tim.
All right.
Somehow I don't believe you.
Well, back to the phone.
All right, let's go to Ohio. It's a great state. Lisa is on the phone. And Lisa, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Thank you so much. Good morning, professors.
Good morning, Lisa.
Thank you.
Like how perky you sound. What part of Ohio?
Thank you. I live just south of Columbus.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
State capital.
Is that near Delphus?
I'm not familiar with that. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Delphus is one of the provinces of Ohio. Not everybody can keep that stuff straight, Lisa. Hey, ask, answer, or do both.
I'd like to answer the one about the Judas. I actually looked this up because I thought it was only one.
All right, so here's the question, Lisa. How many of Jesus' apostles were named Judas?
So my friend Google tells me that there were 2, and then there was actually a third in the circle. So it was Judas Iscariot who betrayed Jesus, and then Judas, son of James, also called Thaddeus, and then the half-brother of Jesus went by Judas.
Yes,
wow.
known as
Is that
Jude.
right?
Nicely done.
Yes, but the half brother of Jesus who wrote the letter of Jude. I don't think he wasn't an apostle though, right?
Right, I guess so. You would know better than me. I'm still learning.
That must have been
Praise Jesus.
That must have been a very popular name.
Yeah, I think it was.
Very common name.
Yeah.
It was nice to be named that until after Judas Iscariot. Kind of like
You ruined it for everybody.
Every sweet lady or girl named Katrina was going along just fine.
That's
all
right.
of a sudden, how you doing? Terrible since Katrina. Right. Katrina messed my whole world up.
Yeah.
Katrina ruined my life. And then whoever took a perfectly good name like Karen and turned it into
Karen.
And there were probably some sweet Jezebels before the one came along and ruined it for all the rest of them.
And what about
also,
Adolf? I mean, that was probably a perfectly fine
for men.
name.
Yeah, and you got Rudolph out there. Rudolph, was fine until Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer came along, and then nobody wanted to say, "What's your name, Rudolph?" Oh, you like Rudolph the Red? You know what I'm saying? You get mocked.
You get your name ruined.
Yeah, it's get dicey.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your question for us, Lisa?
There's a show that was really popular growing up. I would watch, and I still like to watch it. And it took place in Walnut Grove. Do you know the name of that show? It was
Little House on
that was real popular.
Little House on the Prairie.
Yep.
Little House
You
on the
got
Prairie.
Right. I've
Hey,
got a
did you
daughter.
know
My
that,
daughter Tegan is a super fan.
There is it's one of those streaming services, and maybe more than one. They have a channel dedicated to just the Little House on the Prairie.
Really?
Yeah, it's like Little House on the Prairie 24/7.
I think my daughter, no kidding, I think she watched
that
that for
the
weeks and
Roku
weeks
thing?
and weeks. Maybe Roku, because she was a binge watching. And
That's what it
anytime
is.
I'd go in the den, anytime I'd go in the bonus room, she was watching it. I'm like, oh, that's a long. Oh no, it's ended. And here's another
You can
one.
also
and another
binge
one.
watch the painter with the afro.
Oh,
what's his name?
Was it Bob or
even though he's white?
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
Yeah.
But he had that afro hair.
Yeah.
The happy trees.
Yes. Put a little happy tree right here.
Yeah. So
I love how when he wasn't painting, he was remodeling homes. This old house by Bob Ross. When you can be a carpenter and
painter,
paint some puffy
paint
little
some happy trees,
puffy little clouds and mountains, you got a lot going on there. You checking a lot of boxes.
That's creative. Hey,
yeah,
Lisa.
That's right.
Well
Little
done.
House on the Prairie.
Well done. And we do give a thumbs up to folks doing a little bit of research to get the answers to these questions. So Happy New Year to you, and have a blessed weekend. All right, let's go back to Arkansas.
Let's go.
And Renee is on the line. Renee, welcome to Trivia Friday.
All right.
Renee, you there? Renee, is your phone on mute, or we can hear?
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes,
We
ma'am.
can.
You need to turn your radio down because we're hearing a delay, and it's going to confuse you and confuse us as well. Please turn your radio down, and we'll be ready to roll.
All right.
Okay, I'll turn my radio down. Okay,
Yeah.
hang on. Let me
Yeah.
turn the radio
Yeah.
off. Okay, what you got?
All right, you want to ask, answer, or both, Renee?
Both.
All right. Which question do you want to answer?
Well, now let's see. Have they answered the Bible question about the guy who sold his birthright?
No, ma'am. You ready for that one?
Oh, I'm ready for that one.
What part of, first of all, what part of Arkansas are you in, Renee?
I'm in northeast Arkansas, Paragould.
Oh, yeah. That's
by Jonesboro.
beautiful country. Well, here's the question.
Oh, yeah.
Who in the Bible sold his birthright for a bowl of soup? Actually, it was lentil stew.
Okay, I believe that would be Esau.
Esau. Nicely done.
What did he do that for?
Jacob tricked his brother Esau. He was out hunting. He came in just famished. I mean, just so hungry. And his brother had on some fresh pot of lentil stew. Hey, man, I'm so hungry. Can I have a bowl of that soup? He said, I'll give you a bowl if you'll trade it for your birthright.
What would the birthright have included?
A lot of things. A double portion as the firstborn. But he said, well, what now? He said, yeah, if you'll trade me your birthrights, I'll give you some of this. He said, I'm starving to death, man. What good is my birthright right now? I'll agree to it. Swear by an oath
for a bowl of soup.
A bowl of soup. Now, look, here's the thing. And turn this into a quick devotion.
Yeah.
Genesis 25:34. He showed contempt for his birthrights as the firstborn.
Yeah.
He showed contempt. So he sneezed at it. He said, whatever, something sacred, something concerning his destiny, heritage, lineage. And he just like, whatever, I want the temporary. So you like, well, who would be so, I'm going to say, stupid to trade a bowl of soup for something like that? People do it all the time. Pornography. They want to hold on to unforgiveness and bitterness. They want something quick, pleasure, drug, alcohol. Wait, God's got something better for you. He's got something to affect your children, children's children. We're talking about heaven is on the line. But it says in Genesis 25:34, he showed contempt for his rights as the firstborn. He just sneezed at it, said, big deal, who cares? We do that all the time.
And God called him a wicked man in the New Testament.
That's right. Hey, great job reading your Bible. Thank you for that. Renee, what's your question for us?
Okay, my question for you, what's the name of Barnabas's cousin?
His cousin's name is John Mark.
You got it.
Wow.
You got it.
Good.
Okay.
And his cousin, people know about that division. It's okay to be a Christian and not always get along. They had a bitter dispute, parted ways. Then years later, there was a reconciliation. But when you hear John Mark, young John Mark, he actually wrote the book of Mark, and Mark was the first one written.
Yeah.
We have Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, but Mark was actually the first of the Gospels written. Hey, thank you so much for listening to AFR. God bless you, and Happy New Year.
Amen. Hey, what do you say we redo our questions? You be okay with that?
Sure.
Because I've had one answered. I'm going to add one.
You add one.
And you just drained your
three-pointer with the popcorn bag.
Y'all make me laugh.
Into the garbage can
so
over there. That's about a 10-foot shot.
Yes, it is.
That's not easy.
Yeah.
Not a paper
I
ball.
still got it.
Yeah, you do. Oh, let me interrupt. So Tim Wildmon went to the batting cage. Folks, you didn't get the privilege to see this.
Yeah.
He was nailing it. I don't mind bragging on my former athlete, boss, president of AFA and AFR. You were jacking those out.
Well,
Tim.
I took my 11-year-old grandson. 12? Is he 12 now? No. Anyway, to the 11-year-old grandson to the batting cages. Getting ready for baseball season.
That's right.
Soon.
Spring training.
So
I
hadn't been in a batting cage in 40 years. And
you had great form.
Really
right?
I decided to. I said, well, I'm paying for this.
You stepped up to the plate.
I'm paying for this, so I'm going to get in there and see if I can whack me some balls. And, so I set it up and was bringing that thing about 50 miles an hour. And I was,
you hit a couple of long
I had half
bombs.
of them. I had half of them.
Yeah, I was very impressed.
Not bad
I'm not
for
just saying
a man
that.
who's trying to decide when to take Social Security.
Well, you had good form with that bat
It
up
really
there,
was.
just circling that bat. And
Now, you said it had been how many years?
40.
See, I thought about that when you were having trouble deciding which end of the bat to hold. But when you got that off,
Right,
when it
figured
came,
out.
when it
Figured
came
out.
back to you, you started launching some.
All right, you're listening to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Tim, Ed, and JJ. We're here every Friday with this show. If you want to listen to past trivia shows, we have them archived and podcasted at afr.net. You go to afr.net, click on the banner. It says Trivia Friday. Then you can, if you're traveling, you just want to enjoy some of the, laugh a little bit, then go there and download one of our previous shows.
You go to afr.net, and then there's on the top there's a section. Click on podcast.
Yeah.
And then there'll be a drop-down menu. Scroll down, you'll see Trivia Friday, and you can listen. And it's a fun way and an educational way to burn some time.
There you go. Burn
if you're
that time.
on a trip,
All right, what
or
you got,
if you just around the house on a Saturday. All right, here are my 3 questions. I'll add one. In the Fantastic Four, what is the name of the character nicknamed the Thing? Second question, the word recap is an abbreviation for what word? And then third question, I'm going to add a Bible question. Who wrote the Acts of the Apostles? Who wrote the Acts of the Apostles?
Here's what I've got. First question, true or false. Legendary author William Faulkner, his longest run-on sentence is 1,288 words.
Mr. Wildmon, would you come to the blackboard? and we have a question. We have a sentence for you to dissect.
Here's the verb. Here's the adjective. Here's the adverb. Wait, this guy's not big on commas. Or no, he's big on commas, not big on periods.
In ninth grade, my our algebra teacher, that was the first time we were introduced to algebra. I don't know when y'all were, but it was ninth grade. This would have been 1978 or something like that. But I'm still traumatized by her calling me up to the blackboard to do a algebra. What do you call it?
Question.
Algebra question. There were
like an equation. Solve an equation.
Yes, but there were two of us. I think 2 of us. In other words, she gave this other person the algebra a problem.
Yeah,
and then gave me a problem. And said, "Go."
Same problem.
No, it's 2 different problems. But what I'm saying is, you're having to work out the algebra problem in front of the whole class.
Fortunately,
in my case, my buddies didn't know either.
But they were fortunately encouraging to you, right?
Oh no, it was mocking and cheering, and also, but you're
red-faced.
Yeah, well, you hit a stalemate. You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah,
and there's nowhere to go. What do you? Can you get me a
hot.
hall pass? I got to go to the restroom. No, that doesn't work.
You're just up there in front of everyone.
There, and you can't do it.
And your friends let you squirm, and
right.
They're not saying, "Come on, Tim, you can do it."
Yeah. Did you ever do the dissecting questions or?
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Yes.
Diagramming sentences. You got to do one line under this, 2 lines under that.
That's right.
Yeah. Do they even do that anymore? I don't know.
They should.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, back to what got that. William Faulkner was known as having real run-on sentences, and it's true or false. His longest run-on sentence.
So was Paul.
Yes,
Paul
1,288 words. True or false? Second question for fellow car lovers.
Yeah.
What is a Mopar? And I'll take a general answer. What is a Mopar? Third question, I'm going to add one.
Mopar.
What former NFL quarterback was Bob Dole's running mate in 1996? That takes you way back.
Remember.
For you political, those of you that are politically savvy, what former NFL quarterback was Bob Dole's running mate in 1996?
It wasn't Bob Dole.
Right.
Because remember, Bob Dole talked in third person all the time.
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah.
Or is it first person?
No, third person.
Third person.
Bob Dole is not happy with this.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
He was known for talking in third person.
You're not going to find Bob Dole being in favor of this.
Says Bob Dole.
I know he was pretty big on those pineapples that he
made.
Great
Success
Him and his
there.
wife get out there in the backyard, pick those pineapples.
Right in the middle of
put 'em in
Kansas.
candy.
Would you like a slice of Dole pineapple?
Bob Dole says you're going to like my pineapples when you
And
go
they
to
say
the
there's
store.
no climate change.
Bob Dole.
You know? All right. Where were we?
You give your questions.
Your question.
Oh, my turn. Okay, so what is the nearest star to Earth? All right.
Huh.
That's all you got left?
No, I got one more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's stingy on those questions, isn't he?
Oh, man. Is he?
You want me to go?
Yes,
You go right ahead, sir.
Which federal government program, which is actually efficient, which they're not today, which federal government program provided low-cost housing and education benefits to returning World War II veterans?
Good question.
That led to economic boom in our country. All right, back to the phones, Ed.
All right, we're going to go to Louisiana. And, hey, another Tim is on the line.
Are
Tim,
you kidding me?
Welcome to Trivia Friday.
It's Jim, but thank you.
Oh, Jim.
Jim.
Okay.
How y'all doing?
All right. My apologies, sir. Hey, we're doing great.
Not a problem.
Where do you live in Louisiana, Jim? Oh, we just lost him. We just lost Jim. Jim, I am. Oh, all right. Now the computer's playing
back.
Okay,
coming back.
Jim is back. Are you there, brother? Jim, you there? This is awkward.
Yeah. Hey, Jim, we're having a little. Nobody's gonna.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
People are going to be
Okay,
shocked
I
when we say
apologize
our
for that.
computer is glitching. They're shocked by that.
All right. Hey, Jim, we're going to get started with you, but we will have to probably interrupt for 5 minutes for the news. You can hang on through that break, can't you?
Oh, most certainly.
All right. By the way, before we go for our break, where do you live in Louisiana, Jim?
I live in right outside New Orleans in Metairie.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Metairie, Louisiana. All right, we're going to take a break right here, and Brother Jim from Metairie, Louisiana, is going to be first in line. He'll hold on and be first in line for the last half hour of Trivia Friday here on American Family Radio. We also call this Learning University. So Learning University, where you get all the education you could want.
That's right.
All you can handle.
We will be back with that after this short timeout. Stay with us.
The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast may not necessarily reflect those of the American Family Association or American Family Radio.
Faith, family, freedom. American Family Radio.
Teenage years can be a time of trial. It can be really difficult, but it can also be the most fun and the best years of your parenting.
Dr. Jessica Peck is a pediatric nurse practitioner as well as a professor, author, and mother of 4. Dr. Peck is host of the Dr. Nurse Mama Show, weekdays at 2 p.m. Central, and find her podcast at afr.net.
This is American Family Radio, a listener-supported ministry of the American Family Association.
American Family News, I'm Rusty Pugh. President Trump sharing details on the U.S. military operation in Venezuela during an exclusive interview with Fox's Sean Hannity. Ashley Webster reports.
The president praising everyone involved in the mission. He also gave some eye-opening insight into what happened.
Nobody was killed. We didn't lose a soldier. We had some people wounded, but we didn't lose a soldier. A couple of very brave helicopter pilots were wounded pretty badly, but they're good.
Venezuela's interior minister claims 100 people were killed in that mission. No Venezuelan citizens, though. He also added that Maduro suffered a leg injury during the capture and his wife sustained a head injury, but no fatalities on the U.S. side.
Left-wing protesters continue to cause problems and fight against immigration officials in Minneapolis. Alexis McAdams is there with the latest.
The mayor here in Minneapolis didn't drop an F-bomb today, but he didn't tell people not to, act out, because we've seen it where they're spitting and fighting with these federal agents. So I want to see what's going to happen again today. It's almost as if on the ground, the state and the local officials are watching a completely different video clip than the feds, because the city officials say it's murder, the feds say it was justified, but it led to those protests. Renee Nicole Good, we're learning that she was an activist, according to DHS sources who tell me she was part of this group called ICE Watch. And we heard about it it in other places, not just Minnesota. These people go out, they call themselves legal observers, but they're not just observing, according to the feds. Renee Nicole Good was using her car as a weapon, according to the federal prosecutors. They say she hit an agent with her car.
Here's DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin.
This individual, the subject in question, the deceased, had been following our law enforcement throughout the day, stalking them. At the time of this incident, our law enforcement was outside of their vehicle, trying to get their vehicle out of the snow, when she started blocking our law enforcement, harassing them, impeding lawful operations on the ground.
Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey gave a press conference today, and he seems to have drawn his own conclusions about what happened.
I mean, the ICE agent walked away with a hip injury that he might as well have gotten from closing a refrigerator door with his hips. He was not injured. He walked out of there with a hop in his step.
Fox News contributor Hugh Hewitt reacts to the mayor's comments.
He said on camera just now that the ICE agent was not injured, a declaratory statement. He said he walked away with a hop in his gait, another adjective attempting to import to the agent joy that a shooting had happened. He is one of the carnival barkers of American politics at this point, and you really can't trust anything that he says. And I think he's taken his city and done it great damage by making it abundantly clear it's not governed seriously.
A conservative columnist says it doesn't seem to matter to Democrat politicians in Minnesota if someone tries to use a car to ram federal immigration agents trying to round up dangerous illegal aliens in Minneapolis.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey have been on the warpath in the wake of Wednesday's fatal shooting of 37-year-old Renee Nicole Macklin Good by an immigration and customs enforcement agent after she refused orders to stop her vehicle. Governor Walz has threatened to call out the National Guard to confront ICE. Frey used foul language to lambaste DHS for sending ICE agents to the city. Robert Knight is a columnist for the Washington Times.
You have the mayor of Minneapolis who presided over the George Floyd riots and watched as a Minneapolis police station burned down before he did anything, using the F word to denounce ICE officials. If you look at the video, the woman was clearly trying to ram an agent, and I guess if she'd survived, she would have been charged with attempted murder. But that doesn't seem to matter to the Democrats in Minnesota who have circled the wagons and are defending their corrupt regime.
I'm Chad Groening.
And the Labor Department says employers added 50,000 jobs in December, nearly unchanged from a downly revised figure of 56,000 in November. The unemployment rate slipped to 4.4%. For American Family News, I'm Rusty Pugh.
Hello everyone, Tim Wildmon here. We've got some great tours lined up for 2026. Washington, D.C., George Washington's Mount Vernon, Colonial Williamsburg, historic Jamestown, Boston, Massachusetts, and that greater area. So much to see and do in 2026. If you want information on any of these trips, go to wildmongroup.com. WILDMON group.com, and we'll see you on one of our tours in 2026.
This is Trivia Friday. The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840. Now, back to more Trivia Friday.
Back, everybody, to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Jim's on the line with us from Louisiana. Jim, you still there, my friend?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, go ahead. Ask, answer, or both?
Both, if I can.
Okay, go ahead with your. Go ahead and answer. Which question do you want to answer of ours?
The one about the Fantastic Four.
All right, here we go, Jim. In the Fantastic Four, what was the name of the character nicknamed the Thing?
Ben Grimm.
Ben Grimm.
Wow.
That's right.
What happened to Dan there along life's way?
To Ben?
Oh, was it Ben? I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
Ben,
what happened
Grimm.
to Ben?
No, he was part of this four-person astronaut team that went into space, and they encountered some sort of I don't recall. It's been
bad food or something.
Well, that'll change it. Bad food will change everybody.
That could happen.
Some sort of space anomaly. and it changed their DNA.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them.
But it benefited them in a way.
Because they became superheroes, Tim.
Right.
And in a way, aren't
wasn't
we
all bad.
superheroes?
Yeah, I know.
You get a chance to go hear Space Anomaly in concert. And it's kind of
Take
a
a
niche
chance.
group. Oh, my word.
Kind of like ABBA. You don't want to miss them if they come to town. Am I right?
Space Anomaly. All right, Jim, what's your question for us, brother?
If you
Okay,
change your
in the
mind.
NFL,
Don't do it. What is it?
in the NFL, it's a football one. And in the NFL, the team helmet logos. What teams or how many teams, I guess, what teams have their name integrated or spelled out in the team, or have had their team name spelled out in their logo on their helmets?
Tim and Ed, they're going to know this, or they're going to get really
you talking
close.
about, the current day NFL teams?
Or just ever?
Ever, but really since the 60s when they started wearing, solid helmets type thing.
So their name is spelled out on the side of their helmet. That's what you're saying.
What is or was, correct.
Inside whatever picture they've got.
The first team that comes to mind on that is the Giants.
There's one.
The New
What
York
else?
Giants.
And it's got that picture of the Jolly Green Giant, the green bean guy, but they got Giants printed out.
But then they traded him to the Packers.
Yeah. And what else? The Giants. Who else?
The Jets have. Haven't the
I
Jets
think they
have?
are spelled
You're right.
out.
I think
There's
they've had
two.
that on
You're right.
there.
Two New York teams.
Now, I think that San Francisco
49ers?
Yeah, either I think they've done both. SF in the logo, and
that's
then
not-
49ers
Or you can have an abbreviation.
I think is that okay, Jim? If it's an abbreviation?
No.
No. And not only that, I don't know how close
All right,
y'all
listen,
been
we're
watching.
gonna-
Since the Common Core, the 49ers, it's kind of a little longer thing. They got 5
It's Common
plus
Core,
4.
Matt.
It's,
Spelling.
it gets kind of long there to get to 49.
How about the Raiders?
Let's say 5.
No, I'm gonna say the 2.
I'm going to go
Okay.
with 5. Just be
5?
ambitious.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to say 3 because the Raiders have had it. But anyway, we'd have to all go
The
through
Raiders
all the
have said
teams.
Raiders on it. I mean, have said Oakland.
No, I think Raiders.
Well, on the one
He
thing
said
it
town.
says of
He
the
said-
Lost
no, he said
Ark.
you're
All
right.
right.
So
I don't know. What's the answer?
I'm lost.
Jim.
Okay, yes, the Raiders, it says spelled out Raiders.
Way to go,
The
Ed.
Steelers have the Steelers spelled out. The Jets still have the Jets spelled out. Now, the ones that used to were like Giants, the Bengals, if you remember, they had Bengals written across it.
There's 5, boys.
Late 60s, early 70s. And then the hardest one is the Ravens. They did it for like one season where in their logo they had the word Ravens spelled out in.
So 6.
6.
Correct.
All right. Hey, that's a great trivia question.
That was excellent,
Yeah.
Jim, and good job answering the question as well. Happy New Year, brother, and have
Yes, sir.
great weekend as well.
Yeah, may the Saints win more than 3 games next year.
Oh man!
Oh, backhanded compliment. No, there's your New Year's
I don't know how many
toast.
big ones. They struggle big time.
I think they had another tough year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they've been good since. Oh, anyway, it doesn't matter.
Louisiana football fans had a tough year overall.
Yeah.
LSU didn't do good, and neither did the
But LSU's looking good now with Lane Kiffin. No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up.
You bring that up, we'll get tomatoes thrown to us in here. We got a lot of Ole Miss fans.
Well, what do you say instead of talking about football, we go to Virginia? And Lori,
about Santa?
Lori, yes, Virginia, there is a Lori, and
I
she's
guess
on the
I was
air with
delayed
us.
on that.
Welcome to
Me
Trivia
about 5
Friday,
seconds.
Lori.
Good morning.
Good morning. Where do you live in Virginia, Lori?
Stansted.
Okay. Which is that near Richmond or what?
We're about 20 minutes north of Richmond.
Okay. Near the near that theme park, that amusement park.
Yes.
What's the name of that?
Kings Island or something?
Kings Dominion.
King's Dominion.
King's
yeah.
Dominion.
Good colonial name.
Yeah, we're a little bit south of that, but yes.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, Lori, you want to ask, answer, or both?
Both.
Okay. Which one you want to answer?
I think I'm going to do recap.
All right.
Good.
Bring on
Here's
the
the
recap.
question again for those just tuning in. The word recap is an abbreviation for what word? What say you, Lori?
Recapitulation.
That is recapitulation or recapitulation.
Oh, wow.
And you have won. That is the mystery question, Lori.
Yay.
So today we have started. We're not doing the ball caps any longer. You have won a book from Alex McFarland and Bert Harper. It's titled 100 Bible Questions and Answers on Prophecy and the End Times. What do you think of that?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, you earned it by answering the questions.
Yeah,
so.
and Lori, kind of going into this new year, we hope and trust that you don't have any problem with reflux or recapitulation or any of those things that can affect your esophagus.
Yes. And listen, as my wife's always telling me to recap the toothpaste. Because
that's a good reminder.
Yeah,
You have
just
to be
put
reminded of
you know,
that.
put the. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm reaching across. That's good right there. Yeah, you don't want to get all green and crusty. Come on now, leave that little blob on the bathroom counter. Ain't nobody got time for that, Ed.
Shame on me. Hey, Lori, well done. And I know you maybe have a question for us, but when we're finished with you on the air, please do not hang up. I'll put you on hold. Cindy Roberts will come on, and she'll get your information, and we will send you a book.
Thank you so much.
The book I just mentioned. Well, Lori, what is your question for us?
Okay. What Bible verse has been removed from the newer Bibles? What book and verse has been removed?
Oh, wow.
What are we talking about
The
here?
whole book has been removed?
No, it was just a section of a book.
The end
Talking
of
about the Maccabees and things like that? Is that yes or no?
No, I don't think that's what she's talking
It's a
about.
denominational question, or
Specific book, and it's the chapter and verse that was removed.
I think at the end of Mark, there's some like picking up snakes and some the very end of Mark. Some translations leave that off. Well, some newer translations
all right,
leave
is that
that
right?
off.
Is that right, Lori?
Few verses.
No, sir.
All right, you tell us.
Matthew 17:21.
Okay, this kind comes out by prayer and fasting?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. That's another one that's left off.
And what Lori's referring to is that there are some manuscripts that had been either discovered or found that are older, and some of these verses may not appear in those manuscripts. And so that's the ones that you have in brackets. The whole interaction between Jesus and the woman caught in adultery is in brackets, and JJ's talking about the end of the
Mark.
entire end of the book of Mark.
It's in brackets.
You got college football's in brackets.
Little
got brackets
now,
in college
you
football.
Look at it,
That's right.
They've got the tournament in brackets.
Hey, Lori, congratulations again on winning that new book. You're going to love that. And we'll get your address and send us down the line. We're going to
Guess what, Lori? In this book we're sending you, there's no chapters left out.
There you go.
Okay.
It's got all the chapters.
It's got all the chapters in that book right there.
And thank you for loving the Word
Amen.
and how it's infallible and inerrant. And we encourage everybody in this new year, if you're not in the habit of doing this, please read your Bible every day. Strength, joy, boldness, wisdom. As you read your Bible, God will reveal Himself to you, and He will lead, guide, and direct you.
So let's repeat our questions for the last time today.
All right. Like Tim says periodically, I've got one left. Just this one. Who wrote the Acts of the Apostles? We commonly call it the Book of Acts.
I've got some hard ones, but this one's true or false, so you can just flip a coin. True or false, legendary author William Faulkner, his longest run-on sentence is 1,288 words. Is that true or false? Car question, what is a Mopar? And I'll take a very loose general definition.
What's a Mopar?
What is a Mopar?
Yeah.
Third question, this is a tough one. What former NFL quarterback was Bob Dole's running mate way back in 1996. You guys say you both know who it is?
I do.
I do know who that is. All right, here are my two questions. What is the nearest star to Earth? That's the first one. And what is the nearest star to Earth? And number two, which program, this is a baby boomer question, which I typically have one a week, which program provided low-cost housing and education benefits to returning World War II veterans? This was a big deal.
It was.
As the 20th century goes, this particular matter, to put it that way, was probably top 10 in terms of impacting our nation legislatively.
Wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
Would you say?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, go back to the phones.
All right, let's go to Arkansas. Arkansas has been representing today here on Trivia Friday, and Derek is on the line. Derek, welcome to Trivia Friday. Derek, you there? Derek, we'll give you, I guess, one more shot. Maybe your phone's on mute if you can hear us. All right. Well,
do you do the going once?
Yeah, Derek. I'm sorry. We're going to have to drop you.
Going twice.
And
we maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Derek is. It's not. We don't like doing this because Derek waited a long time.
Yeah.
We can't hear him.
Right.
You know, and that's hard to have a Q&A.
Yes, it is.
When all you can do is see if he's there.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Derek. We had to drop you.
We move on.
But we go to Mississippi, and Liz is on the line. Liz, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Good morning, professors.
Hey, good morning, Liz. Thanks for calling. Where do you live in Mississippi?
I live in Starkville, but I'm from the Tupelo area.
Go Dogs.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, Liz.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, and hotty toddy. I'm a Ole Miss fan.
Ole Miss.
Oh, you had a rough go of it last night.
Yeah, they played their hearts out last night. As I was
They
telling.
really did.
Yeah, there was a great ball game. They almost won. I was telling somebody, you know, if you think about it, and this is not profound, but you got when you play sports, guess what? In the end, only one school's happy.
Yeah,
that's right.
Everybody else is disappointed. But Ole Miss had a great season.
One of the best games I've ever seen played in college football. It was
really, if you lose and you were half-hearted, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But when you, like they say, leave everything out on the field, and both teams just very valiant.
And tonight, Indiana and Oregon play. You know, in another, what should be a classic matchup.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Indiana and Miami. What say you guys?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey,
I
Liz,
think Indiana's going to win it all.
Yeah. Liz, go ahead. Ask, answer, or both. What'd you? Okay, go ahead, and which one do you want to answer?
The closest star to Earth is the sun.
That is right.
That's right.
That's a little bit of a, people might say, a trick question because you don't think of the sun. Most people think of the sun as the sun, right? They don't think of it. But the sun is actually a star,
right,
itself. Yeah. And I tell you what, for a free copy of the Bert and Alex's book, if you can tell me how big the Earth is compared to the sun, how many Earths can fit inside the sun, I'll send you this.
This is a total guess, but I'm going to say 241 million.
Okay. You know, I think it's like, let's see, here I go. I mock people for asking a question, not knowing the answer. But I want to say it's a million times.
Look, don't feel bad about that, huh?
I don't know.
But when
you know what?
Said how many
you know what? Just because I don't know, Liz, I'm going to send you the book, okay?
Wow, that's generous.
Because I don't want to embarrass myself here. We can get, so we'll send you. So hold on, and Cindy will get your address, and we'll mail you the book by Alex and Bird about Bible prophecy.
Look, it's easy to get.
It's either 1,000 or a million.
Look, it's that high.
It's 1,000. It's
1.3 million.
1.3 million
times. So
wow,
I was right.
I was going to say 250. I think I was thinking of the number of moons that can fit in the Earth.
Yeah.
1.3 million Earths
can fit on the sun.
So Liz was heading towards the right area.
You're in the ballpark.
The right part of the neighborhood.
You're on the right spaceship, headed that way.
Yeah. All right, Liz, ask your question. Go ahead.
How much did the United States pay for the state of Alaska, and what is that equivalent to today?
Okay, first of all, the U.S. bought Alaska from Russia, right?
Right. For some beads.
Yeah.
Oh, that might have been a different story.
That was Long Island.
I think so. The question is, how much?
How
did we
much?
pay?
I have no idea. That's a great
bunch
question.
of rubles. Yeah, I know.
We're about to buy Greenland.
I don't know if buying is the right
So that's
word.
going to be another quick trivia question next few years.
How much years
How
ago?
much did the U.S. pay Denmark for Sweden? I mean, for
Greenland.
Greenland. We don't know. We don't know, Liz.
You got us, Liz. What's the answer?
$7.2 million, which was roughly 2 cents per acre, and it's equivalent to $130 to $140 million today.
Worth every penny.
Every penny.
It's worth. That is amazing. You would think, it'd be a lot more than that, because $7 million at the time. Yeah.
Yeah, 7.2 million, and that sounds like a lot, but when you think 2 cents an acre, I mean,
Yeah.
it was really cheap.
Yeah.
But it wasn't very developed, so maybe that.
And who knew there was that much oil out there?
Yeah.
and stuff.
Oil and gold and
And then their hills.
That's exactly right.
Huh?
All right, Liz, we're going to put you on hold. Cindy Roberts will come on and get your information, and we'll send you a copy of the book, 100 Bible Questions and Answers. On prophecy and the end times. We don't leave you hanging. If you've got a question, we've got an answer.
That is an excellent book.
Yes. Alex McFarland and Bert Harper do have a great show. Exploring the Word, folks. You can listen to it at 3 p.m.
You can listen, brother.
What's that,
brother?
I'm
mocking Alex.
I want to.
Brother.
Anyway, let me just finish this. Hang on, guys.
Yeah.
It's at 3 p.m. Central Time on American Family Radio. All right, go ahead.
You mean mock Bert? Huh? That's right, Alex. That's right, Alex. Okay, brother.
All right, go ahead, Jay. What were you going to say?
No, that's it.
You can make fun with your friends, right?
I think so.
Absolutely, especially when they're not listening.
I think this show proves it among us.
We'll see if they're listening or not.
There you go.
Okay.
How much time we have left? About 7 minutes left in the show.
We got time.
Let's
Something
do
like
it.
that, brother.
Let's go. Let's go to Louisiana again. And James is on the line this time. James, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hello.
Hey,
How are you guys
James.
doing today? Hi.
Where do you live in Louisiana? Mm-hmm.
Well, I live in Baton Rouge, but I'm originally from the rice capital of the world in Crowley, Louisiana.
Oh,
Crowley.
okay.
So that's the rice capital. I thought Jonesboro, Arkansas
I was thinking Jonesboro.
Well, it depends on who you ask.
That's right.
I got you. For those who don't know, there's a lot of rice production along the Mississippi River in Louisiana and Arkansas. It's the largest domestic rice production.
My wife
area.
and I, we have a little rice patch in our yard.
You should have.
I think it's called a patty.
A rice patty.
Your
Well,
yard.
that just shows you what the Yankee would say. It's a patch of rice.
Patch.
All right, James, ask, answer, or both.
I'm going to do both.
Which one do you want to answer?
I'm going to answer your question about the returning World War II veteran.
There we
Okay,
go.
here's the question that James is going to answer. Which government program provided low-cost housing and education benefits to returning World War II veterans, which led to major economic growth in America post-World War II? What's the answer to that?
I'm going to say the GI Bill.
Yes, sir.
GI
You got
Bill.
it, James. James, do you know any history on that? Beyond that?
Not a whole lot. I just know that I've known some people that have taken advantage of it over the years.
Good program.
My dad used the GI Bill. He was in the Marine Corps
during World War II.
No, he was too young at the time, but he entered the Marine Corps in '47. He served from '47 to '52, and it was still in
GI Bill was still in effect.
Yeah.
My
So that's
best
how he went
friend-
to college.
My best friend went to college when he came back from the service.
So that's still
GI Bill.
ongoing legislation for veterans, I guess.
I'm not sure about that, but I
It was
know
started
it was.
it was started post World War II because all those vets came back from war around the world and they needed
leg up.
They
Need a little help.
They needed a head start.
Well, they gave 4 years, some of them 4 years of their lives to the service of the country, and you come back, you don't have a job, so this was a way
helped
to
them. The GI Bill, major legislation affecting millions of Americans.
Mm-hmm. Hey, James, what's your question for us?
Well, I have an Old Testament question. When King David was getting very old, it was said that they had a hard time keeping him warm. So they did a search through the kingdom for a young woman to keep him warm. And what was her name?
That was her job?
Yeah. I remember reading that.
And the scripture makes clear that he did not know her.
That's right.
This was not
clearly only platonic.
It was purely platonic. I don't know either of you guys remember.
I can't remember her name.
Susan.
No. Betty Lou. I'm going with Betty Lou.
I don't think they had double names, did they, back then? I think that started.
Well, and that's why some of them to this day say shalom, y'all.
Well,
all right, we don't
I have
know
no
the
idea.
answer.
James, I think you got us, brother. What's the answer?
Her name was Abishag the Shunammite.
Okay.
Abishag?
Hey, that is some deep.
Hey, who are you taking out Friday night? Abinag the Shigonite?
Abishag.
Huh?
Not a real common.
Yeah.
Well, hey, she had some stories to tell her grandchildren. King David.
So, wait, seriously, what was the Q&A, James? Go ahead and repeat that again. What was the question and answer you asked?
I asked I gave you the answer for the. You mean the one that I answered from you?
Yeah, no, the young maiden that was with David to keep him warm because he was always cold.
When he was cold, they did a search throughout the kingdom to find a young maiden to keep him warm, and her name was Abishag the Shunammite.
Abishag. Thanks, buddy. Have a great weekend.
James.
Happy New Year.
Wow.
All right. I only have one question remaining. Who wrote the Acts of the Apostles?
Paul.
Luke.
Luke.
Yeah, Luke.
Luke wrote.
Legendary author William Faulkner's longest run-on sentence, 1,288 words. That is true. And I'm going to save my car question and NFL quarterback Bob Dole. I'm going to save that till next time. I'm going to do like you guys.
Okay.
Oh, no, I guess since I asked them.
Yeah, but you ask them, you got to answer.
Yeah, that's right. A Mopar is the short answer is it's Chrysler, Dodge. It's Chrysler and Dodge and Plymouth. That's the short answer.
Oh.
That category. And then
Jack Kemp.
Jack Kemp
was the quarterback.
Yes. Hey, January 17th, I'll be in Philadelphia, Mississippi.